This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
Worlds lived, worlds died. And the Arrowverse was never the same again. Welcome back to Legends of the Arrowverse. I am Phil. Joining me as always, not the anti-monitor, but the anti-everything is...
Hey y'all, it's Lilith, Hellfire the Contrary. I hate everything.
I mean, I guess Lilith could be the anti-monitor.
And, of course, if you saw the social media, we have some special guests. Well, everyone should know Mr. Tyler Patrick.
Hey everybody!
And let me see if I can get the Krypton Report intro right. And Mr. James Cole.
That's right.
How's it going?
Yes, I was trying to. Anytime I say your name now, I just hear Tyler's voice in. Mr. James Cole.
He likes the dramatic introduction.
Yes, he does.
We're familiar with that. We have a Charlie the Professor Esser on our podcast. We're very familiar.
Well.
Yeah. You guys notice? See this right here? See this right here? This blank spot on my wall. You can kind of see all the Superman stuff, right?
Yes.
This is for my poster of new Brandon Routh Superman that I ordered. That'll be here.
Oh, from Crisis, like a Crisis.
Oh, that $10 one you sent me earlier.
Yep.
Awesome.
Wait,
Merry Christmas to myself.
From Superman Returns or from the Crisis?
From Crisis.
Nice.
So, the quote-unquote Kingdom Come look.
Nice.
Yeah, it was right like that reveal shot, the one where he's standing with his hands on his hips and stuff.
Yep, that's gonna go right there.
All right. Well, all right. Let's get started because we got. Well, I was gonna say 4 episodes if you count. Lilith, did you watch Black Lightning?
No.
Red Skies.
Yeah, who cares? Look, listen, it's Black Lightning. I don't care. It's too little, too late.
You know what? After we're done, go back. It was actually decent. It was like, I'd say it's one of the best episodes they've done just because they were playing with like alternate Earths and stuff.
Listen to yourself, Philip.
They were playing with... Oh, she just knocked herself off.
Just talking about Black Lightning like that, you made her
How
go.
dare you?
Wow.
But
she's gone already.
But yeah, I mean, you guys must have been thrilled because I mean, we got much everything Kryptonian in this crossover.
Yeah.
Many Supermans, I mean, Supergirl, Lex. Where's Lena? We haven't seen Lena since the first night.
Well, Lena escaped on one of the ships.
I know, so she's just like hanging out. I'm
so
just like, okay, so didn't they establish that they needed Lena's big brain now? So what? She's just hanging out on a ship now?
Well, what's crazy is
everybody went to Earth 1, and now Earth 1 is gone. So
yeah. Well, everyone's gone except for that group.
There's 7 people left in existence.
You would have taken Lena with you to build that machine or whatever on every Earth they go to.
Oh yeah.
So they can get as many people off those Earths as possible.
Well, didn't they say that the Monitor had put those on key Earths years and years, like before time?
I don't know if they say that on the show, because I know in the comics they say that, but yeah, I don't know if they ever get that specific. They
said something about that he put them on key Earths.
Yeah, I know the key Earths, but yeah, because I mean these things move fast.
I'm pretty sure they said that. So that was pretty awesome, though. I was surprised to see that just. The tower shoot up.
I know. In the first episode, I was like, "Oh man, they're doing towers." Then they only did it in the first episode. But we even got shadow demons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they went all out from just like this is how it's going to be.
Heck yeah!
There is a lot of comic pulls in this crossover for sure.
Yeah, there's some things where it kind of goes a little different, but they still keep it.
Well, there's the differences, but then there's a lot of things like tonight's episode. I don't know if we want to go there. They got the antimatter cannon.
Oh yeah. There was no circle. He wasn't running a circle around it, but oh yeah.
Yep.
I will just say that after tonight's episode, it showed me the show that I want.
Oh yeah.
There is a certain DC show that I want to happen. It can be like a web series, a 6-episode, whatever.
The Spectre.
But it is nope. It is Black Lightning with Barry Allen and Brandon Routh Superman.
Well,
I just want those three guys hanging out, doing stuff together.
Well, that's what I've been screaming for since day one. I mean, that's what Black Lightning's been missing. He needs to be part of the bigger universe, which I don't know. I was gonna say it should happen, but
well, if Lilith is still here with us, isn't Black Lightning filmed in Georgia?
Yeah, I know she said they film in Atlanta and everyone else is Vancouver. Yeah. That's the biggest obstacle.
Yeah, so I mean that's why they just got him for this episode and the final one. And no, I don't want to spoil it yet, but man, I was hoping that Jeff was going to be a Paragon.
Yeah.
But he wasn't, and it was interesting. So I don't. Phil, you lead us how you want it to go. I don't want to skip around, or if you have.
I don't know. Well, I mean, we started touching on the first episode. Lilith, you back?
Yep.
Okay.
Carry on. It's fine.
Lilith is just she's at the vanishing point. That's why it's all dark and she's just there.
No, it's just I'm recording live from my soul. It's fine.
It's not that dark. But no, I mean, should we? I guess we should start with episode 1.
Go for it.
Best episode so far. Fight me out.
Really? Not tonight's?
I felt like it was overstuffed, but I liked it.
What, tonight's? Or I mean, they all seem pretty. They're like, well, tonight's was really crazy. It really had a ton of stuff, but was it all right, Lilith? Was this the best episode of Supergirl this season?
Of course it was.
Well, yeah, because everyone was in it basically.
All hands on deck.
And I mean, we supposedly got the death of Oliver Queen.
Is this Shazam now?
What?
Oh, nobody got my joke. You guys didn't get my joke.
Sorry. Philip.
You said all hands on deck, and I said, is it Shazam?
Anyway. So yeah, like I was saying,
you didn't say the real Captain Marvel, so it took me a second. I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. But they didn't say that in the movie. You know, like they said it in the Shazam movie.
Yeah,
so that's what I was referencing.
I know.
But I mean, Lilith, until like tonight's episode, really the only Arrow characters we got were like Oliver and Mia. So are they really like pushing like, hey, here's her new Green Arrow. She's coming. Look, she got the uniform.
Well, he gave her the suit. So,
I know.
But no mask. She didn't have a mask.
She doesn't need one. I thought that was a nod to Huntress from the Birds of Prey TV show, honestly.
Plus, she's like
20... Yeah, but the mask is what makes it more fun and interesting.
Well, maybe if she goes back to her own time. I mean, she's like 20-some years in the past. Who's going to recognize her?
Well, Nora had a mask.
Right. She doesn't exist outside of an infant.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nora was just a drama queen.
So, I mean, I enjoyed episode 1. It was pretty full. It was a lot of setup, and there was a good amount of action. You had a whole lot of cast, so it was just kind of like how it's going to start and what we're getting into, and then we get and then we go into the next 2 episodes, 2 and 3. They're split up into groups, and we get more character interactions. You know, each person gets to be who they are with another person. And in the first episode, it was just kind of like by the numbers, getting everything set up and started. And
yeah, I mean, it was also really great how each show kind of ended with some sort of lead into Crisis.
Yeah.
Some sort of tidbit, and we kept going from there.
So I mean, just from the last 3 nights, Lilith, did we get this cover? Did we got this covered? Get them all right? All the cameos?
Shockingly,
I know, especially after tonight.
So we got this covered. Steals a lot of their source information, but the other stuff they just make up.
Yeah.
So the stuff that they got right, they stole from other sources.
Okay.
No offense to We Got You Covered. I mean, it is what it is.
Screw.
But I mean, you can't help but love the way. I mean, the first episode of Crisis started with just boom, Earth 89, boom, Earth 66, boom, Earth 9. And you're just like, holy crap! In just the first
How
minute.
dare you?
But
Roll call.
But then they showed how big the stakes were when they took out Earth 38.
Yeah.
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 All right. So can I just spoiler?
They
jump
did
ahead?
set the stakes there with the first episode. You know.
Oh,
Earth
yeah.
38 wiped out.
They're not playing games.
And I just love how they evacuated National City and got 3 billion people off the planet.
What? Yeah, but that's what I told James that we were talking. I said,
Yeah, I know.
Why do I feel like the Earth 38 just feels like National City?
Because they didn't
no
show
cutaway footage.
They didn't. Yeah, they didn't show
anybody
any
else.
other country. They didn't even show any other U.S. city. All they showed was National City.
It's
Yeah,
like
Because it's the
Judge
only
Dredd
one that
mega,
matters.
You
like
could
the
have just
mega
put
cities
title
from
cards.
Judge Dredd.
Poor Gotham on Earth 38.
You could have just thrown and showed like little things like just said like Gotham cut, like just the names of cities with or something, just so we felt like Earth 38 was bigger than just National City. But that's
Twist, it really wasn't.
And like I know each show kind of has like its own feel, but it's like so funny. Like we were saying, like after the Supergirl episode, it's like what? So Lena and now I'm thinking about it, Brainy are just like cooling their heels on a ship somewhere instead of helping the teams.
well, I mean, yeah, until now. Okay,
Budgets.
Right.
so yeah, budgets. They're worse than Bendis. So Phil, were you when they said that they sent John in a pod to Earth? And then Brainy said he went through a wormhole and that he is in Star City 2046 or whatever. Did you immediately raise your hand to the sky and just yell Bendis? Were you afraid that they were going to immediately age up John and they were going to get there to save baby John? And he's just going to come walking out?
Yeah, I kind of did that. I had a little bit of
Well, we
trepidation.
already have Legion, so it's like it kind of makes sense when you think
But, I mean,
about it.
I mean, we have the one spoilery thing that Supergirl's going to do in the future. I sent it to Phil. Phil, if you probably already know. James knows, but I don't want to say it on the podcast just not to spoil anything. And then, of course, they try to do Leviathan on Supergirl. So it's like they're just kind of taking from
In name
the
only.
current stuff. So...
And they have
okay.
to realize nobody really cares about the current stuff.
Here's a good
Kind of messed up that they just keep appropriating Superman stuff to put into Supergirl.
Here's a good debate. Here's a good debate topic for Krypton Report. Which version of Leviathan is worse, the Supergirl version or the Bendis version?
Supergirl version. Just because it's like an alien thing that makes more sense than an organization by someone that we've never really seen or heard of. That when Leviathan was revealed, it was
Agent Skinner.
I mean, it was like, oh, wow, I'm
We've secretly been behind this the whole time.
That's how important Leviathan was in the comic books. Who was running it? Like it came out weeks ago. I just read it this week, and I didn't know who it was. Who was Leviathan? Because
Manhunter.
It was nowhere. Nobody was talking about it. That's how little it meant.
I have been reading. I've been reading comics like every week since like 1988, and I barely knew who. I was like, okay, I know the name. Okay, I remember him showing up in a Flash comic in like 1988. Okay, I remember it. Mark Shaw. Okay, spoilers.
Like I didn't even know the character. I didn't even know who it was. Like because. How little it meant. Nobody was talking about it on social media or anything anywhere. Like
no, because everyone was like, "Oh, okay."
It dropped, and everyone was like, "I don't care."
Should have went with Jim. I told
them rethink that budget, DC.
I gave him the answer. He should have went with Jimmy Olsen.
Yes, I mean that was my first thought when Phil told me that, and I was like, "Oh." And then McCod Brooks was like, "Yeah, I'm leaving Supergirl after this season." I was like, "Oh."
Can you imagine the headlines? No. Superman's pal becomes his worst enemy.
Because he got his own book, so what was the point if it wasn't going to tie in that way? Missed opportunities.
Bendis.
They'll hire us someday, Phil. It'll be fine. But I enjoyed Supergirl.
What?
But so I did think it was interesting that all the Paragons just happened to be from Earth 1.
That's what I was. Well, no, except for Kara.
And then wait. Except for Kara and now Jean are from Earth 38.
So 2 Earths are all the Paragons, yeah.
Then 3 from Earth 38 because Lex Luthor kind of penciled himself in. I didn't know you could just like write your name in the Book of Destiny and change things.
He's Lex freaking Luthor, of course. Like, hello? Do we not know the same Lex here?
Okay, I will say this.
I thought it was awesome because John Cryer's fantastic, but
I'm big.
That was kind of funny. Just Lex Luthor.
I have to say, I have a show series where my favorite Lex and now my favorite Superman appear.
My favorite Lex.
Dude, I love John Cryer's Lex because I feel like he's been able to nail the character in a way that nobody else has got a chance to do, because everybody else has to start over from Lex at the beginning, and he got to jump in and play Lex after he's already dark. Like, he's already been at his darkest points. So, but I am loving Brandon Routh back as Superman. Like,
that's who they should give the TV series to. You are correct.
I mean, yeah, that's a duh, but it's not what we're gonna get.
It's a CW too, so.
But yeah,
I mean, but I brought up a point to James. Like, I think that it's interesting is presenting to us the fans the story. If you look at the three Supermen, how their stories are connected. One Superman giving up everything to be with his family. The other Superman losing everything, and then you have the Superman in the middle who's torn between what he should do. So I thought that's kind of an interesting way of looking at things. I will say in the first episode, I was kind of shocked when they killed off Argo City. Right there.
I wasn't.
Beginning.
And Kara's mom.
They have a fetish for it now. Nothing phases me.
And see, here's my problem. And I mean, I'm going to jump into the end, but my problem that I have right now with this whole setup and everything is now what? They took out all of the multiverse, which was okay. But once they took it to that extreme, I no longer feel like they have to fix something.
Well, yeah.
That now they're like, we have to fix it, which means that they can undo crap. And I just don't want them to go in there and, like, there's no more stakes. Like, Crisis didn't really change as much as we were hoping or we wanted it to change, because they're going to go in there.
Well, they might only be able to bring back maybe one unified universe or something.
Well, that's my thought exactly. Is they can only bring back. They spent a lot of time in this episode with Kara and Batwoman talking about how difficult and how much it would destroy somebody to try and recreate a world. They're not going to be able to recreate a multiverse, but if they are able to collectively recreate a single Earth and have everybody unified on one Earth,
and two other things. In the very first episode, in the very first minute when the Monitor's doing his little voiceover, he said, it's just like in the book they say, it used to be one universe and then it expanded into a multiverse. And then I know Lilith didn't watch.
Speech he gives.
Yeah, and then I know Lilith didn't watch Black Lightning, but do you remember when Jennifer was talking to her other alternate selves, and she said something like, "Oh, it feels like they're either merging into one or getting destroyed or something." So
it's like that Jet Li movie.
The one.
Lil. She saw her Earth 1 and Earth 2 counterparts. The Earth 1 counterpart gave up her powers and got locked in that pit. Earth 2 embraced her powers and went full on working for Odell, and then in the end she kills him, and then she kills her whole family.
Yeah. There's one who's overly good. There's one who's overly bad, and then there's the one that
we know in the middle, yeah,
from the show, who's she's in the middle ground, and she's actually learning, not to be an extreme of one or the other.
But then it doesn't matter.
Be a chaotic neutral. That's the best way to be.
But then it doesn't matter because at the end of the episode, the antimatter wave just takes out that Earth, and then Jefferson, they show him flash out.
Did they drop a number for that Earth?
I think it's 73.
Okay.
Did they say, because that's something James and I were talking about.
It would make sense, but
because tonight I think right before he showed up, they showed on the screen where Earth 73 is getting wiped out. On the Wave Rider, I forget, was it Iris or somebody or Lois? Somebody was looking at the screen. Yeah,
when Lois was watching the
and then they showed 73 getting wiped out. Yeah.
Okay, that would make the most sense then, because that's what James and I have been discussing. Was what Earth is Black Lightning on?
Because I thought they mentioned it in a promo
too. It seemed like they
73.
Because they didn't even mention it.
It seemed like they neglected which Earth that the main Black Lightning title was on. They said something about the other two Earths, where the other two gens were.
Yeah, Earth 1 and 2.
I don't recall seeing anything about where the main one is.
Nope. They completely avoided that. So, all right. So 73.
So that's what I was thinking too. Because that 73 got wiped out by the wave, but they were showing. Yeah, there was the whole Pierce family was on Earth 1 and had versions on Earth 1 and 2. So if they get unified, Lilith, all the crap that was going on in Freeland was going on Earth 1 and 2 also. So
that's why I almost thought
they could fold that in too.
Because it's Black issues, that's why we don't hear about it. It makes sense. It makes sense to me.
I mean,
not to be that person.
The ASA, all of it. I mean,
I was thinking, when she. I was like when Jen on one Earth, when she cured all the metas, like the ASA.
Oh yeah.
And then when she's and then on the other one where she works for Odell, she just kills everybody.
Yeah, Earth 1, they didn't have their powers.
I was gonna say, we do have a cure on Earth 1, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, Earth 1, they didn't have their powers, so Odell came in. What was it, on Christmas Eve, and just gunned down Jefferson.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Right into his house. Bill Duke is awesome in that show. Bill Duke has been awesome in Black Lightning, though.
Who, Odell?
Yeah.
Oh, he plays a creepy, evil son of a bitch. He does.
Yeah, he's evil.
He's got that voice, and it's just I don't care about anything. Just get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh, well.
But then,
how do you feel about Batwoman?
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. I was going to say...
Her episode or the character?
Line.
No, the episode.
Oh. Well, again, they could do whatever they wanted with this Batwoman episode because she was the only one from her show, in this crossover.
Yeah. Luke.
Oh, yeah, we did get Luke on that, was it Earth 99?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which that seemed to be an amalgam
What'd you think of Kevin... Yeah, what'd you think of Kevin Conroy?
Oh my God, he started coming down those steps. I was like, I want to close my eyes and just listen to the voice, but I don't want to miss anything.
Right. So we were talking, he's an amalgamation of Kingdom Come, a Dark Knight
Returns. Yeah.
And then kind of an alternate universe version of
Batman
Ben Affleck Batman that killed Superman.
Oh yeah.
Instead of not killing, yeah. So,
but
seems like an amalgamation of those three, more brutal type versions of the character.
Yeah, the exoskeleton screamed Kingdom Come, but it's just him complaining about Clark,
his behaviors,
obeying the flag and whatever. I'm like, oh, that's so Frank Miller.
Yes.
Oh, but what did you guys think? Then we get the Batwoman episodes where we got Brandon Routh Superman finally.
That was awesome.
That was epic.
This is one thing I'm going to throw to Lilith, okay? Because I've already talked a little bit with Phil, and I talked to James. So, Brandon Routh is supposed to be the Christopher Reeves era Superman.
Yep.
Yeah. And he drops a reference to Superman Returns with his son Jason, and he drops a reference to fighting himself.
Charlie Esser's favorite movie.
Which is Superman 3. But wasn't Superman Returns supposed to...
No, it's supposed to disregard all of that, yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I'm
But it's still... Well, no, actually, if you think about it, though, if you didn't watch the director's cut of Superman 2, then you don't know that you're not supposed to know about 3 and 4. So I think a lot of people don't actually know that about Superman Returns, so that's why they kind of made that reference, because, let's be honest, the writers really don't know a lot about the comic book.
And that was the only good... And that was the only good part of 3, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was.
Nobody's.
I appreciate that they referenced that.
Oh man, Lord! They did a deep dive. Did anyone else notice? I don't know who knows what their '90s Superman, but they had all the names on the wall. They had Lois, they had Perry, they had Jimmy, they had Ron Troop on there, or Trope, or whatever his name is. That's some '90s Superman stuff right there.
The one that
Kevin Smith did it. He stuck on set and did it
between the tears.
Did anybody see? I looked for Lombard, but he was never in any of those movies.
Oh, I didn't see it, but I saw a trope right there. I was like, oh, I'm like, that's so 1990s comics.
Richard,
I would say after a handful of the the character names. Like you got to know. I bet if you pause it and you freeze frame it, you probably pick out different Superman creator names up there on those plaques.
Oh yeah, but
I can't wait to see that freeze framed.
Didn't see Richard White up there, so just an interesting.
Maybe he was on assignment.
Hopefully, I was hoping that maybe we'd get like a shot of Clark's desk, and there'd be like a picture of Lois.
Oh yeah, he wanted to see which Lois they were going to, what picture, which Lois they were going to use.
And
plot twist, it was Terry Hatcher.
Oh
no, okay. So speaking of Terry Hatcher,
they're real and they're spectacular.
Why couldn't we have done a it's a picture, okay? So why couldn't it have been Dean Cain's Superman that was the death of Superman with Terry Hatcher over him?
Yeah, seriously, all you need is him laying on the ground.
Well, they do have to license the likeness, and I know Dean Cain might have done it, but I think Terry Hatcher likes to put that behind her or something like that.
I mean, she was just in season 2.
Well, for Supergirl.
Yeah.
Doing something else.
But I'm just saying,
it's kind of in your contract when you work with WB in a DC show. Hey, we're gonna call you back for something.
And there's no dialogue.
Just know that.
There's no dialogue.
When that call comes, you're gonna do it.
You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't that picture already looks photoshopped. So I mean, you could have had Dean Cain laying in his suit, and then got Terry Hatcher, and then even composited the shot together from two different things.
I was trying to see was that Tyler laying there?
Yeah, because there was a rumor that it was Gerard Christopher, which would have been really awesome.
Yeah,
but Sam Rizzio, who has the Superboy Legacy page, actually knows Gerard and everything, and he said he reached out to him and it wasn't him, so that got killed quick. Because that would have been really cool.
But
just to have that callback.
But yeah, the minute they said Earth 75, you knew what it was going to be.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's where that image comes from. Oh, okay. Okay, let's get to the big thing. You Smallville fans. We got
the thing that divided the fandom. like today, that's all it's been. It's like, I love it, I hate it. Screw CW.
So do you guys?
I'm right on the line.
So was that a CW decision for spoilers for him to give up his powers, or was that Tom Welling saying, no, I don't want to put the suit on?
Tom Welling, no tights, no fight, damn it. Like, that is him. I can guarantee you. He was like, look, I'm going to do this thing, but I have a request.
I'll punch John Cryer in the face, but I'm not putting the tights on.
There's one line that could have saved that whole thing for me. If he would have said Lex Luthor, if he would have not had said the president, because
he would have. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ready? We get established that time moves differently in some of the Earths. Earth 99 is in the future. Okay, Earth 18, where we saw Jonah Hex, was in the past. Smallville ends with the flash forward to 2018, where Lex Luthor is elected president. So that either means that
your election, apparently.
Yeah, totally. So that either means that Smallville takes place
they changed that
a year later, because we know that Earth 1 is moving in our continual time. Or
that was a rough year for Tom.
Yeah, exactly. Or is Luthor at the end of his 2-year term or something? Like, is this Smallville 8 years later than the finale? Because what I said to James was, James pointed out, it's kind of sad if right as Luthor gets elected president, Superman quits.
That was
so
my.
I'm like, does that mean that the final scene of Smallville, when he's going off the rooftop, was like his last hurrah as Superman? Because
I think honestly, season 11, the comic book, is actually considered canon and continuity. So I would almost say that it's at the end of his second term or whatever. And
but I haven't read season 11 for a while. But wasn't the first issue about the Crisis coming?
Yeah.
So didn't they already kind of do Crisis on Smallville?
They did a Crisis thing, that was the final, the final collection. It was that's the final trade, is their Crisis type thing.
So I mean, just so that's another Crisis. I don't know.
It's always another Crisis. It's DC, Tyler. Like, figuratively and literally, it's always another crisis.
That's why I'm still waiting for Midlife Crisis. You know, the story that's never been told.
Bendis is writing, so that'll happen.
Right.
Oh, I believe the issue where he reveals his identity to the world comes out tomorrow.
Great.
You know, he might as well just get a convertible and reveal he's got a toupee at that point.
Bendis. My knockers are fully frosted.
But I mean, so that was kind of my biggest thing because I was like, because Smallville ends in 2018, where him and Lois are about to get married, and originally they were gonna have a gold kryptonite ring to take away his powers. So in like my mind, I'm thinking, if he takes at that moment, if he got married to her, not thinking about Smallville season 11, because he would get the gold wedding ring, lose his powers, and they would have their daughters.
It's I don't know. It seems kind of selfish to me that Lex Luthor becomes the most powerful man in the world and Superman gives up his powers. I'm like, if they had changed the line to "I lost my powers," like he had lost them out, it was out of his hands, out of his control. I would have been, it would have been like, okay, well.
So
if it had just been like when he said Lex Luthor,
but remember, we do have we already have a Justice League in his world too, so it's not that selfish.
But it's super. I don't know. Like,
it's Superman, but that's
like,
the new trend is to make him kind of flawed, kind of more relatable, not so godlike, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's the DCEU how that works out.
Which kind of was pioneered mostly for the character in Smallville.
Exactly.
That's why
that was very much a part of that version of Clark.
Here, Oliver, you fight my villain.
So for Smallville, it works. Like I kind of wrestled a little bit with it, just because I'm like, I don't know if that's how I would want. Like, I don't know. Like, I understand kind of, and then I thought back to my original feelings when I saw the finale. How like I kind of felt.
I almost rioted in the streets.
What CGI? What CGI, man?
It's grown on me, but I still felt let down. And that same thing, it's kind of like I enjoyed it. I think it was in the vein of Smallville. It just kind of sucks because that he gave up his powers. If they had just said something about Luthor being in a maximum security prison, or Lex had died.
He was in the middle of his impeachment hearings.
I mean, if they had just done something
real world
too close.
If they had just done that, I wouldn't have had as much problem with it. But I love seeing Tom back. It was, I didn't expect anything grand from it. I wasn't one of those people who were like, he's gonna put on a suit and save the multiverse.
No.
I'm like, no. Like, where are you getting these ideas? I mean, everyone who's on
never heard anything about the man.
He's chopping some wood.
That would have been great, just because you actually got to. He's the Superman and the Clark Kent that you've actually gotten to see the most of, so that would have been great.
Right,
but when I first saw it, when I first saw it, as soon as it was over, I was like, I'm not even disappointed. I'm in the middle. I'm down the middle. Alan Moore's last Superman story ended the same way. He gave up his powers to live a normal life. So it's canonical.
How much do you want from the man? You can't get blood from a turnip. Let the man live, okay?
So it's canonical. It's a canonical ending to a story of Superman. So I'm okay with it on that front, but also like Tyler had said, like if they said Lex Luthor's trying to kill you and he's like, well, he's dead or he's in a maximum security prison, it's not possible. That's one thing, but then saying he's the president, well, Lex Luthor being the president, Clark's not giving up his powers, even that Clark.
Yes.
He's not giving up his powers when Lex is in office like that. I mean, that's Public Enemies, that's a number of other stories, but it doesn't work out. So
several great points, James.
And then Jor-El comes back from the ship and gives him his powers. That's the part we don't see. He's like, you idiot! Take these powers back.
He has to go to the fortress to get his powers back and then throw Zod down that pit.
He's got to go through another quest and trial. We all know the deal.
He has to take down the Kryptonian villains with that cellophane symbol.
You're missing the even more obvious answer. as soon as they left and he went walking back with Lois, the Monitor showed up and just waved his hand and gave him his powers back.
Oh, like Cisco, yeah.
Exactly.
He's like, you idiot. What are you doing here? Have him back.
I mean, not to jump ahead too much, but yeah, I'm like, I thought Cisco was going to get his powers back maybe during the Bloodwork episode or something, or the one with Gypsy's
I
dad.
knew it was going to be this episode.
But no, just the Monitor's just like, okay, kid, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, Vibe needs to be back. What? I gave up Vibe. Whoop, not anymore.
It was a little too easy, literally a little too hand wavy. But we don't have too much time to kill, so got to get this show on the road. Got to make that cliffhanger to make people remember January 14th. Come back January 14th.
Did you guys like John Wesley Shipp?
Oh yeah,
of course.
We even got a clip of the '90s show,
which was awesome. So. I'm curious, okay, because they said that there were 6 unnamed appearances that would be in Crisis, okay, and that we didn't know about or hadn't been announced. I'm wondering if Tina McGee right there was one of them.
Oh, the clip.
Because and then the Titans as another one.
Maybe.
Because everyone else that's appeared, we either knew about or had been heavily rumored.
Well, We Got You Covered did say that they would show up, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Aren't they the ones that mentioned Lucifer also? Because I was going to say, would that count as one?
I thought he was mentioned at some point.
Yeah, but I thought they were all like, "Oh, it's not no."
He was there, and he's actually friends with like somebody, so he was out to lunch with them, and they just got it all twisted.
Tom Ellis denies it. It's
not
true.
That was the story. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just kind of like waiting to be surprised because I'm like, so
unless we get some surprises in the last 2 parts.
Well, if the actor, if it was Tom Ellis, if the actor is that good in the show, because I haven't seen the show yet. I heard Netflix, the season on Netflix totally was really good.
Netflix season is official.
The show is good.
Well, I'm gonna have to go back and catch up. So when they come out,
and definitely watch those Elseworld Tales for season 4. Those 2 bonus episodes, I like those a lot. They're not really like the rest of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what I liked about it was when he first made some. He goes, "What do you desire?" And like I told my wife, is like the original plot for Lucifer the show was supposed to be him going around making deals with people and the kind of mischief that it had, but then they kind of changed it around.
You gotta have a procedural. It's Fox. That's what they
do. Well, it was Fox.
So I'm just saying, like, so they kind of dropped that plot line and story, and then for them to kind of bring it back up in this was cool. I liked it.
I'm going to say procedural Fox writers, dramatic irony CW writers.
Oh my lord! And Lilith. So Constantine helped Lucifer with Maze.
And it was my everything. I was just like,
I knew it.
I was like, thank you. Somebody remembered what Lilith would want. Thank you.
Lilith will fix it because Lilith fixes everything.
And then he was trying to get in. They was trying to get in Mia's pants. Holy crap!
Oh, I ship it. Don't even judge me. I ship it. I need him to show up on the Green Arrow and the Canaries. Damn it! Make it
you mean
happen.
You ship it like John Wesley ship?
Well, I can't say who I used to ship him with because she is married now.
Oh, but and I've been waiting for Constantine to interact with other people besides like Oliver and that. What was it on the Batwoman episode? We got him with him and with Barry and got to bring Oliver back.
Probably. This will probably be the highest ratings episode of Batwoman.
Oh, definitely.
Sadly, yes.
Definitely. Well, I mean, look what happened. I mean,
unless they actually like get a Batman dude to show up. Yeah.
Again,
series.
You had Kevin Conroy. You had Brandon Routh as Superman, of course. You had Constantine. You had the Flash.
That's why I told James, I was like, yeah, this is going to be the highest rating for Batwoman because like this is like the episode everybody's waiting for.
Yeah.
What she does after this is totally up to them.
I mean, the Batwoman timeline doesn't work out for the show.
No,
thank you. Phil has been like, how does this line up?
Even because Kara said last year, Kara said to her, since last year when we met, I was like, no. I was like, this
like, so that means
not...
you've been fighting Alice for a year and a half.
She's not.
You're not a very good vigilante. Who are you, Jefferson?
Oh,
She is letting her run all over Gotham because she is her sister.
That's right.
Well, let's be fair. You know, Bruce does some conspicuous things with Jason. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, I thought you were going to say any woman he slept with, he lets them run amok in the city.
Well, that too, but he's not Oliver levels on that though.
I thought for sure that they would do something, and maybe I made this up or I thought it, but that Batwoman was supposed to wrap up the ongoing series, like with everything that's been going on with her, with Alice, and it was supposed to end before Crisis, and then when it comes back from Crisis, it was supposed to be a new storyline.
I thought Hush was supposed to like come into play after Crisis.
Well, we got we got Tommy Elliott, but just that.
No, but Hush, that whole thing.
Maybe. I mean, he could show up, but I think I heard that about Flash, that they were going to wrap stuff up first half and then start second half.
Like Bloodwork was supposed to be all like wrapped up and be done with.
Well, he's locked in a cage. He kind of is. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It kind of is, and that's why. Okay, that's why I hate that they destroyed all the Earths. I know I've already said this, because now that they have to fix stuff, which means they can go back and they're going to be like, oh, we fixed it all. We put it all back straight, or something where the storylines don't have the kind of conclusions that we were going at earlier.
Everything's going to be unified into one universe.
I expected Batwoman, like Batwoman in Crisis. I expected her to be like a future version, like the Elseworlds version that we got, not the specific early character that she's playing in the show right now. I expected the show to take place like a year ago before Elseworlds, and then
this is more like
this one to just be just a little time displacement between the two.
I expected a version who liked to wear her mask.
The exact same one.
I expected a version who liked to wear her mask.
Yeah,
she took it off the first 5 minutes of episode 1.
Are we sure
she's related to Bruce? I don't think she's related to Bruce. That's the plot twist. Because he never takes that damn thing off. Not even to have sex.
Oh!
Yeah, right? I heard in the original story he did not have it on, but then when they redrew it and stuff like that, he is wearing
the whole Damien conception.
They're hammering in his kink, or maybe Batgirl's kink. I don't know. I don't know whose kink it is.
So, some people like their masks.
Good Lord.
No kink shaming over here.
Oh, never. Yeah. Never.
Oh, well, I was going to say Lilith has never been talked. Her fan fiction. All right, so that's my train of thought. Where are we at?
In the crisis of multiverses.
That's off the rails.
Yeah, I guess we can get to episode 3, tonight's episode. Yes.
We've been through everything, Phil. We've been up and down.
So I thought it was kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool. They had John Wesley Shipp.
Yes.
And it was Barry who dies in Crisis. So
I called it. I said it was going to be.
It makes sense.
Everybody knew that.
It was either going to be Earth 90 Flash or Oliver.
I expected it, but
kept secret.
But I just love it was a treadmill and he didn't have to actually run a circle around the canyon.
You remembered the cosmic treadmill. We haven't seen that thing since season 2.
Oh yeah, that thing was cosmic. In this
one
tonight.
That I recall, was it in 2?
I think because he was
trying to do something with Zoom.
Yeah, he was training with.
Okay.
Yeah, he was trying to get faster. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I
remember the first 2 seasons very well. Everything else not.
You know what happened? He had the treadmill until Flashpoint, and then once Flashpoint changed everything, then they had that speed lab.
Ugh, I hate that speed lab.
Yeah.
and his little tachyon thing and stuff. Yeah.
Thank God they gave it to Nora and she ruined it.
Man, but just now it's like, I don't know. It's just now it's not as, to me in a way, it's not as fun because now I'm like, oh, all right. Every Earth is gone. So when it comes back, you're like, will we have more fun cameos? Will we have?
I think that's the point.
But if you read the book, you knew Lila was going to betray them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah.
John needs to get his woman in check. Get that backhand strong.
Any more than a backhand, man. Oh my lord!
But like I said,
he needs that ring.
Yeah, he needs that ring.
All these years,
that
it's
ring,
finally
a big-
paid off that he's married to Lila.
Big old
Like, you
construct
don't even know.
hand.
Oh my lord! Lilith, did you see Black Lightning gave the nod to Diggle?
Yes.
For a second I thought he was going to be like, you look like my wife's cousin.
Oh my gosh!
No, that's just the black man nod. Don't worry about it. That little stop. I see you, brother. I was like,
isn't it? It would have been like, isn't it supposed to be her brother?
Yeah.
So wouldn't it have been awesome just as a nod if Black Lightning would have seen Dig and been like, John?
Yeah.
He's like, why do people keep coming up to me and telling me who they know me?
Why do people keep asking me where my jewelry's at?
Like, if he would just been like, John, like, how did you get off the Earth? Or like, did you get to say
Damn antimatter.
Yeah.
You're breaking up, Tyler. The wave's enveloping you.
Man. It's taking over Tyler's house.
But no, I mean, they've been teasing that Green Lantern thing the whole season because me and Lilith talked about it. Do you ever notice that in that helmet now he has a green light?
Mm-hmm.
Is he getting shipped off to HBO Max? I mean, he already was in Blue Blood, so I could see them shipping him off to HBO Max somewhere.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with it.
It's supposed to be connected somehow, so why not?
Oh,
Well, isn't Greg Berlanti in charge of that too? Somehow?
Yep.
oh, but they've been.
I was gonna say, was it
the
Berlanti
only-
or is it Guggenheim producing?
Oh my
all I
god!
have-
As long as he's producing, it's fine. Just don't let him in the writers' room unless he's with doing Troll Hunters. That's the only time he's allowed to write.
Because I think they said it was Guggenheim producing that. Not positive, but I think.
Well,
All I
I thought that
know-
they're in a weird production thingy. Who knows?
They might have a partnership in production or something.
Isn't there only one DC show that's not produced by Greg Berlanti that's technically still on the air?
Pennyworth?
Yep.
And that's from the people that brought you Gotham.
Watchmen,
Exactly.
right?
True.
Watchmen's DC.
Watchmen, yeah.
True.
Oh.
Okay.
Are we sure? We might have to
Two.
dig into the credits of that one too.
Yeah.
So if me and Tyler, if me and Lilith review it, it's a Berlanti show. If me and Tyler review it, it's not a Berlanti show.
I see how it is. Give me the crap. I see how it is. Hey man, I can finally speak my truth because Arrow is over in 2 more episodes. I am over the formulaic high school garbage.
I told-
it's 3 right now, isn't it? The Crisis episode and then 2 more.
Yeah,
Oh
Christ.
well, Mark actually did write these though, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I don't know, did he?
At least 2 of them, probably
how-
Flash and Arrow at least.
I mean, look how
He oversaw the whole crisis. So.
look how shocked Tyler is.
I know, right?
I mean,
I'm looking something up.
it just froze. Your eyes were all wide. You're
Are
like,
you there?
yeah, you're there.
Like you're staring intently.
Yeah,
at
it froze. You were just
your
like this.
phone
You're like,
screen.
Hello?
hello, can you hear us? Papa, can you hear me? Oh, but Lilith, Lilith, they've been telling us all over Queen's Fate since the season premiere of Arrow. You know, when he keeps saying he keeps saying I have to become something else. He doesn't say someone else anymore. He just says I have to become something else. The freaking Spectre.
Yeah.
I know. I was just like,
I kinda
okay,
wanted-
we teased Hal Jordan. I get it. I get it.
So are we shipping him off to like Spectre Heaven so they can like bring him in whenever they want?
Of course. We already knew that. Although
Hello?
I don't think Steven's coming back.
Once a year for every
Between us
crossover.
hands?
Once a year for every
I like
crossover.
the guy that had played Jim Corrigan on the Constantine show. So
Thank you.
I'm slightly disappointed. Well, he's Lobo. Well, he was Lobo now, but I liked him as Jim Corrigan on the Constantine
A
show.
kindred
I'd have preferred to
spirit.
have
Thank
him
you,
back.
James.
You mean Constantine? you mean Constantine?
I'm so disappointed they didn't like find a way to bring like Zed and like all those people in. 'Cause
Yes.
I enjoyed season 1 of Constantine.
Mhm.
I like that cast.
So did I.
And,
I
I mean,
enjoyed
Juliana
it as
Huckabee
well.
was the rogue angel, and she got to be a canary. That's all I'm saying.
So they found So they found the
disappointed the way the mid-season finale ended on a cliffhanger, and then it was just done.
Like, he's mine. Yeah, I've been shipping you since episode 1. Duh. Hashtag still bitter. Screw you, NBC.
Ended on a cliffhanger.
They put it on at Fridays at 10.
Well, it was a good pairing with Grimm, but
Friday
go
nights.
Out, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ended on a cliffhanger, kind of like that Krypton.
I'm a comic book to wrap it up. Don't you worry.
I'm disappointed in that. That was a great show, especially season 2.
Tyler, did we get you off the treadmill?
He's in the speed lab now.
Was
Kevin
Smith at the beginning of Aftermath? He said God's worst invention, the treadmill.
Oh yeah, those Aftermaths have been great.
I haven't watched any yet. I'm probably just going to watch them back to back.
How did you manage to did you stay up and watch part 1 or
Sunday night? Yeah, I stayed up till 11 o'clock since they pushed it back to the freaking it wasn't even the game, it was freaking football talk.
I don't know what happened.
Man, that's terrible.
I know.
Tyler told me about that. I was like, "Oh my god." Like where I live, we're like close to like where the main CW broadcast network is from. Mm-hmm. So like mine is direct CW. Like it's not local broadcasting that can be overtaken by something else. I mean, so it was CW, and I have antenna, so yeah. It's the local. It's straight broadcast. It's not an affiliate that does CW shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. I'm like, they did this with Supergirl like at least once before, and I was like, okay, and Batwoman. I was like, okay, that's fine. But it's like part 1 of the crossover. I'm like, what do you think's going to get bigger ratings? This or it's again not an NFL game, just the post game talk? I was like, really?
Oh man. That's
it's
awful.
What you get when you affiliate yourself with CBS, man. They make some bad choices.
And 2, if you're a football fan, it wasn't like official, like it wasn't like ESPN or something. It was like the local guys talking about it. I was like, okay.
Oh, jeez.
Might as well put on high school football highlights at that point.
Exactly. Tyler, you're off the treadmill.
Yeah. All I know is I was talking to you guys. It went black, and then when I popped back, it still said everyone was here. And you guys were gone, and I was
welcome to Get Vocal.
I'm the last one. I thought I was the last man on Earth. I was like, no.
Using those Russian servers like
they got you in the pocket dimension.
Yeah, that's where I thought he was sending them, was that pocket dimension, but then it was like vanishing point.
No, that's where Felicity is. Nobody's allowed in that quarantine zone.
Lilith, did you finally get your I mean, I know they'll fix it, but Lilith, did you get your wish finally? Is Felicity dead?
No, she's not dead.
Why? The Earth 1 got wiped out.
They want people to watch Green Arrow and the Canaries.
No, I'm saying it'll get fixed.
That would piss off Velocity.
No, I'm just saying Earth, it'll get fixed. But right now, didn't Earth 1 get wiped out?
She's in her pocket dimension. The Monitor knows he's got to keep her in that pocket dimension so that Oliver can play his part.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Wait a second. So that does make sense, because wouldn't you have to save baby Mia? Because if you don't save her, wouldn't adult Mia disappear?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, depending on, because in the comic book, time all existed. Yeah. At the same, past, present,
like
and future all existed. Yeah, at the same time. So in this one, that's how I thought they were going to be bringing Mia into it, was the fact that all facets of time were compressed at the same time. Things from the past were happening at the same time as things from the future, like the Legion and stuff, were in the world. Everybody was together. And that's how I thought they were going to be bringing Mia in.
And I love how they just brought Mia in. It's like, oh yeah, don't worry, Connor Hawk. Yeah, don't worry, Black Canary, Wild Dog. We don't. You're fine. We don't need you.
We don't care about you. You're not a pretty blonde girl. We don't care about you.
This is the CW. That's who we care about.
We just need the pretty ones. Steven and the little blonde girl.
Let's be honest. Everybody on the CW is like super ridiculously pretty and non-threatening.
Always have been. Always have been.
God, I miss Callista Flockhart.
What? Are you saying she's not attractive?
No, I just her snark. I miss it. Catco's never been the same. Just saying.
Yep. I agree.
Mm-hmm. That's why they've had rotating bosses every season.
And I like how Snapper Carr just disappeared, but
Oh, you mean like
don't think too hard about it. You can't think too hard.
Like General Lane and Lucy Lane and Max Lord, yeah.
Yeah, they're all
at least
now.
At least Max Lord got a name drop.
Yeah.
Okay, in a recent episode they did the backtrack of Lena's history. Okay, we got a name drop for Maxwell Lord. That was just nice. But
what are you complaining about, Tyler? They took the lanes away and Snapper Carr, but you got Superman. Come on.
Oh, I know. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I don't like I hate continuity crap. It's errors. But
hold on. There's a drop for that.
Him and Brian. Every time there's a continuity error, him and Brian are like, "What is up with this?"
Poor James.
Was the Anti-Monitor always Mobius? Are they amalgamizing?
That came from the dark. Well, it came from the Dark Side War. The Anti-Monitor in the New 52, when he showed up during the Dark Side War, they called him Mobius.
See, that's what I thought. But I was like,
keep adding New 52.
New 52 doesn't count, James. Come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, keep adding New 52 stuff. That always works.
But because I remember that, because I actually really enjoyed the Dark Side War. But I was like, wait, because that's when Batman got the Mobius chair. But I was still like,
well, I don't know how far they're gonna go.
And
because...
we all know how we're still waiting for that to pan out. Have you voted?
What? We're only waiting 3 or 4 years for 3 Jokers.
Have you voted yet?
But no, I mean, I don't know how far they're going to go, but right now, in Justice League, Scott Snyder's doing, the Monitor and the Anti-Monitor are brothers, and their mother, Lex is working with their mother.
Duh.
I mean,
3 brothers, the Monitor, the Anti-Monitor, and the World Forger.
Yes.
Did you see Hephaestus? I feel like I've heard this story before many times, but I'll just let it go. Maybe they have a 4th brother and he rules the underworld. I don't know. Call me crazy.
I just need to get my unpopular opinion out of my mouth.
Greek mythology in this, or rather any mythology.
Yes, all mythologies.
You have to build on it and make it your own.
But
all mythologies have to be built off of something, right?
Well, that's
why not the creation of.
Remember,
what were the?
What
were the things called that were the creators or the forces or the brother beings that were the pillars in the opening of the Marvel versus DC? And there was like one giant one, and
what
were they called?
Oh yeah, each one represented their own universe. The one represented Marvel, one represented DC.
Yeah. Okay. Can we please get? There are 2 words that I want to hear before this crossover is over. Source wall.
I think we're gonna get it.
I want to hear something about the source wall.
Yeah, but since they're doing it,
I don't want to see Tyler Hoechlin just punching it.
Well, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, but
he is basically Superboy. Let's just be clear.
But are they
Superboy Prime?
Are they?
Yep.
Are they
standing next to Tom and standing next to Tom and Brandon? That's for sure.
Yeah, but are they allowed Are they allowed to have a source wall since they're doing a New Gods movie?
Man, what the hell ever? We'll see that in 2025. They can do the source.
I know, but if they have something even slightly planned for a movie, they don't put it in on the Arrowverse.
We've got 8 Supermen, bro. Like, chill out. I think we can use
but we're not doing a Superman movie anytime soon because he's not relatable. Remember?
I feel like
we're not even getting a Supergirl movie at this point. So
I feel like that's kind of softened.
Yes, it's very.
Ideally, if they do drop the source wall, it'll be a hint at a seed towards next year's crossover.
I mean, the only thing that they could do that would be cool for a crossover is bring in Mongol, like I've been saying for years now, and have Mongol make them all fight each other to the death.
You know, it wouldn't be Mongol though; it'd be Rogozar and Mongols.
Oh my god!
You know it's true. Then this is like I heard you wanted to use Mongol. How about Rogozar?
Bendis.
Right. Bendis, you have no say here.
I heard you destroyed Argo City. I like your work.
Oh!
Let's get together and have lunch.
If I could be Candor with you, I love your Moxie destroying Argo City.
Oh God, we're a bunch of nerds.
Oh my God, you guys are just crushing my dreams of ever getting Bendis on here to answer for his crimes.
But see, Phil,
take him to the Hague. I tell you, take him to the Hague.
I want to try him for war crimes. You know, the internet would love us if we could just try him for his war crimes here.
You know, you're going about the wrong way, man. You should be praising Bendis, praising him. So he's all this hype buzz,
I can't be fake anymore.
I can't get my head that far up my.
I spent so many years in public relations. I can't be fake anymore. I hate everything.
Just take your medicine, love.
Smoked a doobie.
It's too late to be drinking now. Sobering up, unfortunately.
All right. Is there anything else major we want to hit on? I mean, Oliver's now the Spectre. That was one thing we kind of glossed over.
Ooh, good job, people. It looks like we got a new subscriber to the YouTube.
Awesome.
I don't know how I feel about that because I'm just like, that's the only thing I ever wanted to see,
What?
somebody else do.
What?
I'm really
like, you can't just make Oliver the Spectre. What the
Why
hell?
not? He's green.
Why can't we?
That would make a great HBO Max show. The Spectre.
I don't
like
yes,
the,
it would.
Stephen Amell.
Something like the Spectre animated short. Something in the vein of that.
They're gonna make Oliver's the Spectre, and he's gonna drop in every crossover every
Plot
year.
twist, it was his secret spinoff on HBO Max. He's leaving those losers at CW.
Lilith, they're gonna make him the Spectre. We won't see him again until next year when they do 0 Hour.
Oh, they better do Darkest Night before they do 0 Hour. Zombies are all the rage. It's fine.
Zombies are over. That's why
they'll have a lot of. They might have a lot of.
Have you seen Daybreak? It is not over, my friend.
Walking Dead 10th season.
Ugh. Well, that's a whole nother thing.
And a second spin-off show's coming.
Everybody in their shared universes, like, I'm over it. I don't want any more responsibility for watching TV.
Duh.
I can't wait till January. I'm gonna have to go find something. I'm gonna have to go track down the episodes. I can't wait till January.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you have inside sources? Get us a copy of that.
Right.
I will be working on it.
Nice.
All right. Spread that around right here.
Oh, we'll have a sneak peek review. We'll be like, hey, I know no one's seen it, but hey, thanks to Lil.
You mean like
Chinese servers?
You mean like when I had my Supergirl pilot episode review done before the show aired? Because I
had basically all the CW shows. Let's see, we did the Flash, and we had
I was gonna say, I know Zach and I reviewed the Flash, before it came out.
Who? Who, Phil?
Tyler. Behave yourself.
Dong is a medical term.
What?
Fight me, nerds.
Yeah, I don't know who I was talking about.
Dong is a medical term. Fight me, nerds.
This isn't Watchmen. That's the only place you can use that drop now, next to Wade's World. Hello, Megan. Gobble,
All right,
gobble.
I think we're good. Let's get out of here.
So yes, Cisco has powers back. Goodbye, John Wesley ship. My childhood died.
He'll be back.
But
worry.
no, I know.
I hope he shows up as Jay Garrick. I mean, he's still Jay Garrick.
Yeah, he's Jay Garrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that Earth is gone. That's why I wish they would have just like been like, there's only 3 Earths left.
Oh my
Earth
lord!
Law,
My lord!
and
If
Earth
they
won, and then
they're bringing him back as his dad. Screw it.
When they started counting them down, she said there's 7. I was like, okay, well, like we're gonna have a couple of Earths left here, and then like the comic book, and then nope, they're like, nope.
Oh my lord!
Right.
Oh my lord! Oh my
That's
lord!
why.
I figured out what they're gonna do with him, and I know what one of those, unannounced appearances is gonna be. If they unify the timeline, if there's one Earth, one universe, we're gonna get the JSA were originally around in World War II, so we're gonna have Jay Garrick back, which is gonna lead to the present day when we're gonna get an appearance of Stargirl. Mark my words. Because that show is coming. That show is coming. So we're gonna get Stargirl we're gonna get an appearance by Stargirl in January.
They just dropped a trailer. Why we've been
Mark my
spring
words.
of 2020.
Stargirl January
2020.
Stargirl.
Yep.
Yeah, she's gonna be in either the last episode or the next to last one.
Mark my words.
All right, guys, let's get out of here. I got kids I got to put to bed.
Yeah, he already put his wife to bed. Now he's gonna get those kids to bed. That's fine. All right, so send us your thoughts on the crossover, and it's it'll be back. But hey, we'll be talking some Batman till then. So, send your thoughts. All the Arrowverse. capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Check out all our social media links at Linktree. That's linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember, support the sponsors, Tweaked Audio, Hunt-A-Killer, Pod Life the Book, which I am in. And
Go fund me on Phil's page. Just drop money to Phil.
I wish. But yeah, I talk about Tyler and Lilith behind their backs in here, so check that out.
It's a sad life we live.
That's right. And remember, check out this Amazon link for Southgate Media Group. Put some shekels in Master Doom's pocket. All right. All right, who wants to do the Krypton Report?
You can find me and James.
And Mr. James Cole.
And Mr. James Cole, the awesome, on Krypton Report on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Get Vocal, everywhere. Just look for Krypton Report.
And I was going to say, James, you have anything else you want to promote? Because after that Tom Welling lookalike got his plugs out.
No, I'm just on Facebook and Twitter.
All right,
James Cole 3.
All right, from the empty void, because the multiverse is gone. Lilith Hellfire.
The dark multiverse.
If you guys want to hang out with me, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire or on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire 69 because I'm a child. It's fine. Hello, Megan.
Well, let's go with Arrow this time. All right, everyone. Again, join us back here in January. So what? Both parts drop in the same night, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So we'll be doing it the next day.
Or that night. I don't know. But no, I'm just saying we don't have to wait 2 days for both parts.
Plot twist, the team has filled the multiverse, though.
And again, we're going to be talking a lot more Batman between then and now.
Plot twist is all the shows actually end up in credits.
Oh.
Well, basically for me.
I was going to say. Oh, no, we're going to have to do the last episode of Arrow, Will Hellfire.
Nope, that's the plot.
No, that's how that's how Will Hellfire and I started this journey. We gotta cover that last episode of Arrow.
Plot twist is everything gets rebooted. Everything starts over at one.
So I guess I would say don't fail this podcast, this city, and
there's no
multiverse left, so just come back in January.